Okay, in this video we'll be going for exercise 1.3. Now before we start that thing, I'd like to know that I just came to know that the exercise 1.1 and 1.2 which we did earlier in the last video, in that the textbook which I had used was an older version, hence the sums what I gave you were slightly different than what is there in your textbook. But I just cross-checked that there are only few changes here and there in both the cases. Like for example, the sum number 8 which I did in exercise 1.1 was actually your sum number 6. So in fact you don't have any sum number 8 at all in your book. Hence most of the sums which are there in your textbook are already covered. In case there is anything which is left out and you are not able to solve, do let me know so that I can give you the solution to the same. So now we will be going for exercise 1.3. As per the school work, classwork thing what they are given you, I can see that they have done only till some exercise 1.3. They are not given anything about 1.4 and 1.5. And in exercise 1.3 also they have done only question number 1, 2 and 3. So I'll curtail this particular video also for that much part only. In case you get any information about exercise 1.4 or anything further in 1.3 also or 1.5, do let me know so that I can make a video for the same. Yeah, I'll make the next video for maths will be for squares and square roots, which I know is also something which is started in the school. So now we'll start with exercise 1.3, which is of multiplication of the different rational numbers. So in case the first one over here is 6 upon minus 7 into 14 upon 30. Now the first thing what you need to do is that in case of multiplication you are going to just multiply the numerator and multiply the denominator separately and get the answer. But before you do that, it will be better if you cancel the common number. So it is 7 ones and 7 twos, 6 ones and 6 fives. So accordingly what we'll be having is 1 into 2 is 2 and minus 1 into 5 will be minus 5. So the answer to the first question will be 2 upon minus 5 or minus 2 upon 5. Let's see the next one. The next question is 6 2 upon 3 multiplied by 1 2 upon 7. This makes us 6 3s are 18, 18 plus 2 is 20, so it will be 20 upon 3 into 7 1s are 7 plus 2 is 9 upon 7, 3 1s are 3 3s are, accordingly we have it as 60 upon 7. Now we have to convert it into a mixed fraction, so 7 8s are 56, so 4 is the remainder, 4 upon 7 will be the required answer. Okay. We go to the next one, that is sum number 3 is 25 upon minus 9 into minus 3 upon 10. So we see over here that cancellation can take place between this will be minus 1 and this will be minus 3. This is 5 twos, this is 5 fives. Accordingly we have 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. And minus 3 into minus 2, minus 3 into 2 will be minus 6. Minus minus gets cancelled, we get the answer as 5 upon 6 as the final answer. Okay, this was about the first question. Now we see the next question, 1.3 question 2. Now question 2 of 1.3 is related to the cumulative property of multiplication. Now we had learned the cumulative property of additions. What was that? Basically it was that if I say 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, then 3 plus 1 was also equal to 4. So whether I interchange this thing, it doesn't matter. So that is called as a cumulative property. If it does not matter if I interchange it, we call it as cumulative property is possible. So over here, so for example, it is 3 into 2 is equal to 6. Then 2 into 3 is also equal to 6. Hence the cumulative property is applicable in multiplication. This is exactly what we are going to do now in case of fraction. So we have got the first question as it is 4 upon 5 and minus 7 upon 8. We need to verify whether cumulative property is applicable or not. So first we'll say the multiplication 4 upon 5 into minus 7 upon 8. 4 ones are, 8 twos are. This is minus 7 upon 10 is the answer. Now interchanging it, so it is minus 7 upon 8 into 4 upon 5. Again the same thing, 4 ones are 2s are, that is minus 7 upon 10. Since we are getting the same answer over here, we say here hence verified. Understood? So because the answers are same, we are verifying the cumulative property in case of multiplications for the pairs of rational numbers. The next one is 13 1 upon 3 and the next is 1 1 upon 8. That makes it 39 plus 1 40. So 40 upon 3 and 8 1 8 plus 1 9, 9 upon 8. So we have to fix it 40 upon 3 into 9 upon 8. 8 5s are, that will become, when this 3s are, so it will be 15 upon 1. The next case will be 9 upon 8 into 40 upon 3. Again 8 5s are, 3 3s are, it's again 15 upon 1. Hence verified. Understood? That was the first and second sum. Next we see the third sum. The third sum is minus 7 upon minus 20 and 5 upon minus 14. So we get over here minus 7 minus 20 into 5 upon minus 14. 7 and 2s are, this is 5 4s are, so minus 1 and this is minus 2. This gives me minus 1 upon 8. Minus minus is plus, so minus 1 upon 8. Reversing the order, it is 5 into minus 14 into minus 7 upon minus 20. Again 5 1s are, 5 minus 4 over here, minus 1 here, minus 2. This gives me minus 1 upon 8. Hence verified, because the two answers are equal. That was the second over here. The next over here is verify the following and name the property also. So what has happened in the third sum is that they have given you two sides of an equation. So they are given over here as third ka first we have as 3 upon 5 into minus 4 upon 7 into minus 8 upon 9 is equals to, they are given 3 upon 5 into minus 4 upon 7 into minus 8 upon 9. Now once we have this particular thing, this is called as the distributive property. Whether I distribute this thing like this, combining over here, or I distribute this two over here like this, if the answer of this and this are same, then I say that in multiplication, distributive property is applicable. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, because this equal to is to be verified, we will write over here as LHS and RHS separately without the equal to sign in between, because we are not yet proved that these two are equal. Okay, so here we see the first one, 3 upon 5 into minus 4 upon 7 into minus 8 upon 9. Now there is no cancellation possible here, so it will be 3 upon 5 into minus minus is plus 32 and 7 is 63. Now you can see that there is a cancellation possible. 3 1s, this is 21s, there is no possibility here. This gives me 32 upon 105. That's the LHS. Let's try the RHS now. 3 upon 5 into minus 4 upon 7 into minus 8 upon 9. No possibility of cancellation over here, so we get minus 12 upon 35 into minus 8 upon 9. You can see that this can be cancelled. 3 3s are and 3 4s are. So it's minus 4 over here. So this will give me minus into minus as plus 32 and 35 into 3 is 105. So that will be 32 upon 105, 32 105. Both are same. Hence LHS is equals to RHS, hence distributive property is verified. Did you understand this? It's called as a distributive property. So distributive property over here is verified. One second. Yeah. So this was the part over here. Sorry. It was not distributive property, it is associative property. Sorry, over here I made a mistake. It is over here, which is associative. Associative property is verified. So associative property is this one, that 2 into 3, the bracket, whether it is this way or it is this way, if the answer is coming the same, it is called as an associative property. I made a mistake earlier. I said it as distributive. No, distributive is for addition and multiplication together. This is associative property, wherein this association of this two or association of this two does not make any difference in case of multiplication. It's associative property. Next we see is the question number 3 ka 2, the last sum for today. The second sum, third ka second, is 5 upon 9 into minus 3 upon 2 plus 7 upon 5 is equals to 5 upon 9 into minus 3 upon 2 plus 5 into 9 upon 9 into 7 upon 5. So you can see over here that this bracket was opened up over here in such a way that पहले 5 upon 9 को इससे मल्टीप्लाई किया और उसके बाद 5 upon 9 को इससे मल्टीप्लाई किया और दोनों के बीच में एडिशन था यहाँ पे. So there is an addition sign over here. So 5 upon 9 into minus 3 upon 2, 5 upon 9 into 7 upon 5. This is called as distributive property. Now in this question, it is not given that you have to follow the distributive property. It is given that you need to verify that this distributive property holds good over here. Okay? So here we are going to find out the LHS and RHS separately and see whether the answer we are getting is the same or not. If the answers are same, then I can say that for multiplication and addition together, we can have a distributive property applicable. So let's see this. We have over here, first of all, is LHS, left hand side, RHS, right hand side. The left hand side is 5 upon 9 into, now this is minus 3 upon 2 plus 5 upon 7 upon 5. LCM will be 10, so it will be 5 upon 9 into multiply 10. This is going to be multiplied by 5, so 15, and this will be multiplied by 2, so 14. So it will be 5 upon 9 into minus 1 upon 10. 5 ones are, 5 twos are, it is going to be minus 1 upon 18 as the answer. So RHS will be minus 1 upon 18. Let's say this one, it is 5 upon 9 into minus 3 upon 2, 5 upon 9 into 7 upon 5. This gets cancelled, 3 ones are, and this, sorry, this is not going to cancel. This 5 ones are, cancels. This will be minus 1. So it will be minus 5 upon 6 plus 7 upon 9. Now we can see that the LCM of this is 18. So 18 is LCM. This is multiplied by 3. So it's minus 15 multiplied by 2. So plus 14. So this will be minus 1 upon 18. The same, both are same. Hence, so LHS is equals to RHS. Hence, distributive property is verified. Understood? So this was the distributive property where the addition is getting distributed with the multiplication. So this into this and this into this, which is over here. this distributive property is seen in this particular question. So this gives you the answer for 1.1 1.3, sorry, 1.3 ka, the things over here. So there are no other questions which were mentioned in the classwork sheet over there, so I'm not going through that further. And we'll stop this video over here. The next video will be first question square root. So in case you know anything about the rational numbers, what is to be done in exercise 1.4 and 1.5, do let me know.